This collection of photographs is actually from a book that the staff and owners and players, coach, gave me when I left Liverpool. There's about 100 photographs in the book. Photographic record, I guess, of my 10 years at Liverpool. Everything from meeting Pele to signing Jurgen Klopp as the coach to winning the cup trophy, signing various different players, contracts, Steven Gerrard, Felipe Coutinho, Luis Suarez. This is a photograph in the locker room at Wembley. It's the 2012 League Cup final, which we won. And it's strange, I try not to be too in and around the team as the CEO, and I mean it's kind of like their moment in it. But there was just this thing I had in my mind. I remember talking to the coach, who at the time was Kenny Dalglish, and I said, we might not ever win anything else. I kind of feel like I want to be. So I went in the locker room after the game. I went on the field as well, but it went crazy after the game. And this is all of us, everyone, John Henry, one of the owners, all the backroom staff, all the coaching staff, and then myself looking a little bit happy there.
In 2018, Ian Ayre was invited to Nashville for a unique opportunity to build an MLS franchise from the ground up. It was a formidable challenge, one the Premier League legend could not refuse.
When John told me his vision for this team and why he wanted to start a team in Nashville and why Nashville and what his ambition was, they were all the things that really lit me up about coming here. I came here twice in the space of about a month or two to visit the city, and it just has this aura and warmth about it, I think. It's very unique, as I've learned more and more. One of the things people always say about Liverpool and the people there is it's very friendly, people are very welcoming, it's a music city. And so there are lots of parallels there, and I think that combination of great owner, great human being, great city with a lot of warmth and energy, and then, bringing a sport that I think really has an opportunity here, and to be a person who gets to build the whole thing and to come do that with John in Nashville was almost too good to turn down. I've always really tried to focus on hiring people that I feel are good people, and I think in both Gary and Mike as examples, we really have that. I have a good relationship and a friendship with both of them, and they're both very, very good at what they do. We have a very open policy that if you don't like something, you can tell me or anyone else, and so we're able to have a very honest dialogue on a very regular basis about anything, and it works. And that's the same, honestly, it's the same relationship I have with our owner, with John. And in my experience, when you have that level of connectivity and respect amongst those four people in a soccer club or a sports club, you have a lot better chance of success.
The focus for an MLS executive is giving the entire organization, the staff, the coaches, the players, the direction and resources they need to do their best work. The joy is seeing that work play out on the field.
Game day for me is it's probably the quietest day of the week for me, apart from the noise from the crowd, because this is our product, this is kind of our output. If we were in manufacturing, what goes on for 90 minutes is what we produce. And so you've kind of finished your work, or certainly from my perspective, you're here to just make sure it's all working and make sure it kind of plays out. I think that the gratification comes when you see a player perform to the level that we expected when we scouted and signed them, to see them as a team come together, and ultimately that's what you have to hope for. And again, you look at the game differently because you look at whether we've got all of the pieces right, or whether we are still lacking in some areas that we might recruit for. So it's kind of an ongoing process. The problem when you're the CEO is you have so much riding in the game other than just the result. so many things to think about that you probably don't get to enjoy it as much as the fans do. As a fan, when you support a team and you watch games, you kind of let it all go.
Wins are great, but an executive can't savor them for long. There's always more work to do. Not just preparing for the next game, but building for the future.
This is the largest soccer-specific stadium in the United States, 30,000 seats, and it was a crucial part of MLS choosing Nashville against other cities. And, you know, the story goes that Nashville started its journey at the bottom of that list of potential winners and made it to the top. I think for any team that you support, the spiritual home is the stadium where the team plays. So if you're a Red Sox fan, it's Fenway Park. If you're a Liverpool fan, it's Anfield. And right around the world, everybody who supports their team knows where they play, knows that's their home, and that's what this will be. It's what it's being built to represent. Our current substantial completion date is May of next year, so we'll play the 2022 season here. And when we kick off our first game in here, I think, you know, everybody in Nashville should want to be in this building on that day, because it really will truly be an iconic moment for the city. We've brought something different in this stadium. We've brought something different in soccer to Nashville, and I'm absolutely sure that we'll find real success, and that's what we're all focused on. And that's why we built this, and when it comes in here, you'll know about it, because you should be able to hear it just about downtown from here.
On the next Dream Together, we get a front row view of the stories, the struggles, and the resilience of the man calling the shots from the sidelines.